歡迎大家收睇《珊姐有約》。今日嘅訪問嘉賓係高伯新。Hello, Gibson.
Hello, hi. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, because I know that you went for a very long holiday. You never met the sun for 2 years. How's everything going on in your hometown?
Well, it's you know, as we were saying earlier, you know, COVID's been tough for everyone in Hong Kong, and you know, we were separated from our families for over 2 years. So it's important to go back and see everyone, and you know, we're very excited to be back. You know, there's lots to look forward to this year, and hopefully for everyone in Hong Kong, all the problems of COVID are behind us, and we're starting to see some more open and free transport.
I know that before you told me you're going away early because you want to do some shopping, not the bag, but shop some good horse, like the famous band of bag. And is it successful? Shop some good thing?
Yeah, you know,
everyone eyes on triple one, huh? Here it is.
You know, we could talk for a long time about the world global markets, but the prices of yearlings throughout the whole world is going up. So the price of PPs, unfortunately, are going up. It's very tough to buy in Australia because of the syndicates, and it's very tough to buy in Europe because they're big owners. So the choice now we have is more reduced. You know, we remember the great times of John Moore, for example, where he would have many different options to choose from, and he skillfully chose well and brought some great horses here. But now we're much more limited in our options. Never mind what the budget is, we're limited.
Not because of the money?
No, not because of the money, just limited in horses people are willing to sell.
But you managed to get 2 good horses so far, I know. The British winners, you know, Triple One and 112, both under the same owner, Mr. I. Tell us more about the horse.
Well, you know, it's funny, Hong Kong owners, we use the word, we need some luck. But we can do all our expertise in choosing these horses, and you can do all the due diligence, but actually there's always that X factor. You never know until they're here how they're going to adapt to the conditions, how they're going to adapt to the track, and you know, we just keep our fingers crossed and hope they can reach the same level of standard that they reached in Europe, and if they do, you know, they'll become very good horses here.
Before we go on, I do some promotion of my restaurant, Japanese restaurant. Why we come here tonight? Yeah, because yeah, I know you like Japanese food, and it's so tough for the past 2 years. Jockey Club don't really like people to. It's true they are doing very correctly to play safe, but however we can't really enjoy our food, our drinks. So I hope that you enjoy my restaurant.
Well, I'm much looking forward to it. It smells and looks fantastic.
Because you need to relax and
yeah, you know, it has been tough for everybody in Hong Kong. You know, it is so sad we don't see the people at the racetrack. I think everybody from the club, including the officials, the jockeys, the trainers, you know, we really miss the atmosphere at the tracks. We miss the people, we miss the owners, we miss the buzz. And the sooner that comes back, the better for everybody.
The first time when you came to Hong Kong 10 years ago, one of the youngest trainer in Hong Kong come from overseas with a multiple good winners, Dr. Dilo. Young, handsome guys with prestige, very talented young guy. So you want 140 over winners within first 5 seasons. With Akim Afil, you have Derby, you have Gold Cup, everything so good. Are you feel a little bit disappointing for the 10 years in Hong Kong? You should achieve more. Do you agree with me? I think you should achieve more.
I am personally satisfied. I'm very satisfied with the big races we won. I'm very proud of our big race record. I think we've won over 30 group races now in Hong Kong. But yes, we are competitors, and of course you want more. As we were saying earlier, I never look behind me. I don't look at win photos. And the only thing important is about tomorrow. And all sportsmen, whether we are jockeys or trainers, we're all trying to improve and get better.
Wellington, one of my best horse, loving horse. How's he recently? What's the plan this season?
Oh, we're really happy. He's had a good summer. And as usual, we stopped quite early. And right now, he's Mr. Cheng, the owner, came around yesterday, and we're in the fortunate position to be ahead of schedule at the moment. I'm very pleased with the horse's condition. And this year, we hope to run 2 times before the international race in December.
So 1200 still his best fruit because, first season, I still remember I tipped it on the TV of first starts. Then he won a hat trick in 1200, but he beaten quite far away at the 1400 race. Then you rest him early. Actually, he's got some health problem, or sometimes rather I saw that he don't really race frequency, or actually it's a good plan for the horse. No need to be, when they was young, don't use them too much.
Like lots of athletes, he's had his ups and downs. And luckily when he had his downs, we could see them and we gave him a break. And I think that the owner was very patient with him and, it's all paid off in the end.
Yeah. Still, one of the best horses you ever trained on. But you never think, as you said, you never look back.
Yeah, I don't like looking back. It's no point comparing horses. I haven't got a photo of Wellington in my house. The only thing important is what we can achieve tomorrow and this season and going forward. So I'm delighted with how he looks. I think he looks stronger than ever. So I would expect another stellar season from Wellington.
Then how about Colin Stefzik? Both good sprinter. Will be overlapped. Difficult to plan to make 2 horses sound.
Cordycep's been a fantastic horse. Very
You pick
few,
the horse or you train for the owners?
Just train for the owners.
Okay.
And, he's already won 7, hasn't he?
Yes.
And,
okay, why I said that you're undervalued in Hong Kong, because 5 winners in the one season. It's not easy. And that horse is for me, I look at the horse. He's always so nervous, sweat a lot, sweat his hands.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
This
So
horse,
how to train? Is it something to help him?
Very rare for good horses to,
Yes, very hard.
to be so bad in the paddock.
Yes.
And in the paddock, he almost lose the race in the paddock. And you will know now, you look at the horses which are over-racing and over-nervous in the paddock, very rarely do they behave well. But this horse, the moment he gets out onto the track, he relaxes, he becomes professional, and he's had a fantastic race record.
You expect him to be more relaxed in this season, or if some horses, they change that. In Chinese, there's some proverb. 即係我哋講轉死性啊. If you have that behavior like this, suddenly change, sometimes that's something good. Yeah. What do you think about this one?
Hopefully now he's older and wiser. Hopefully he will be a bit more sensible. But my guys, we have some guys, particularly the Mafu. We've got Mafu who have been with me now for 10 years. And there's a couple of them. There's a couple of Mafu in my stable who are, I would classify them as elite global grooms. They do a fantastic job, and maybe in Hong Kong we don't give those guys enough credit, because the Mafu is actually more important than the trainer. Mafu's with the horse all this time, and he's giving the confidence and the messages to the horse. And we're very lucky to have these guys in our team.
Oh yes, yeah. I don't cut this one,冇cut啦. Because I like the wonderful tiger. Thank you so much coming to your stable. Although it's old, the Mafu, although he's already retired, I go to the stable to visit him.
It's so important.
Even he retired, but he still take care of him.
Sure, it's very important.
Still prize money already, no chance at all.
That's their job, and that's their vocation, and we hope that these older Mafu can teach the next generation how to work so well.
Have a level 2, so he got a hat trick also, 1400, and come to 1600, still a little bit, not that good as we expect last season. But no, this
I really think that he is a 1400-meter expert.
Okay.
I was always a little bit skeptical about him getting a mile. We were a little bit greedy. We tried to get the $1 million bonus.
Yeah, nothing
And
wrong.
there was one day we missed out and the race didn't go as we wanted. I would have hoped to have won the bonus and then give him a break. And we went chasing for something. And in racing, when you go chasing for something, it never works out well. So we're just going to give him a bit more of a break in September and get him fresh for the 1400-meter races later in the season.
You see, you got 21 winners last season. With these 3 horses I just mentioned, it's already half of your good result. Thinking that if you get more owners to support and more billets,
of course,
better
every trainer wants more horses, more owners. I've always shown my ambition and hunger to be bigger and better, and I hope that message is loud and clear.
But why? Of those maybe a very naive questions. I saw, not sure trying. I myself go to a stable with he go to stable himself every afternoon. Check the horses, take the video. He got an assistant of Karen to report to the owner. Not PR, but as a responsibility. If she do the PR, you must be better. That's what I think. Still, unlike the old days, the foreign trainer is so popular, a little bit discouraging. You should deserve more.
I don't think it's a question of deserving more. I think, it's a free market. And,
how to attract the owners then?
Well, maybe you should be giving me some good advice. But sure.
People think that I'm a little bit sorry that I drink a little bit. He said that you are too precise, a little bit hard to communicate.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry I give that impression, but we're hungry and ready to go, and we're very happy even when we win a Class 5. So it's not all about the good horses. We're sometimes winning the Class 5 is very tough, and it's a big racing program in Hong Kong, and we're happy to train horses of all standards.
And they believe a little bit that to get horses from you is very expensive because they still stay in the stage that Mr. Poon, by that time.
Well,
Mr. Poon
if you want to pick holes in everyone, you can find it. But the Wellington wasn't very cheap. Navas 2, who you mentioned earlier, was bought from a very small budget. So, we think we can find horses at all styles.
Yeah, and the horse, for me, I know that your horse can last quite long, Okay, until now we stop a little bit, then we continue.
Oh, very kind. I can't wait.
Yeah, look at the chicken wings.
Waiting for ages.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Have some food before I have more sensitive questions later.
Oh dear, nervous. Thank you.
好啦，咁我哋繼續咧就同阿高伯新咧做我珊姐有約訪問。咁其實大家咧心目中咧阿高伯新都係一個幾高在上啊，幾有品味，但係有人感覺有距離嘅練馬師嚟嘅。但係咧今集傾完咧，我相信大家覺得唔係嘅。Okay, I never bully you. What I say in Chinese said that still a lot of people think that you are good, but
I don't want to talk. I want to eat your delicious food. It's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. No worry, we have something special. But you have to answer my question first.
Okay.
Because people never know. Okay, first of all, they say you keep long hair because of Wellington bring you luck. Is it true because of that you don't cut your hair?
Last season, I have no hair. And of course, last season with COVID, I think there was 3-4 months we weren't allowed to get our hair cut. And then, I thought it was funny to have long hair, and I keep it because it was lucky. Yeah.
And to be fair, White Honorable Bolting Paper is not easy horse to train. They're old. I think Bolting Paper have some health problems. Try to tell us more about. Actually, you are good in training this type of horse.
Well, like many other trainers, we openly criticized the club decided that the Class 5 races weren't going to count. But,
yes.
All I can tell you, as a horse trainer, it is much, much more difficult to win a Class 5 than it is a Group 1. If you have a very talented horse, he's the best, and he's a great athlete, and he wins. But the Class 5 is much more tough. He is sore one day, and then the next day he's sore on another leg, and then the next day he's not eating, and then the next day he has a cough, and then the next day you can't train him too hard. And so it's a jigsaw puzzle of problems, and you need the help from the mafu and the help from the rider, and then you need the lucky draw, and then you don't need the track buyers. And then, wow, you win, you're like, whoa.
Then
it's a big result.
So, of course, you can't disagree with Jockey Cup. We respect Jockey Cup for sure. But why we have this? A lot of racing fans call us after race program and said it's so unfair to the trainer.
Well, it is a little bit strange policy because it's certainly tougher for the trainers, and it counts for the jockeys. So I don't know why it doesn't count for the trainers. And there are some trainers which have a lot of Class 5 horses in Hong Kong, and I give them full credit for winning those races because it's a tough thing to do.
Yeah, but anyway, we respect Jockey Cups, but it's a little bit strange, that's it, right? And, you know, how about the trainer nowadays like you with ability, but it's practical in Hong Kong, fast, and like Wetton, you remember the horse? You bring you a lot of honors too, you know. You train him, and after a few years, even although they can't win, they still got prize money. But Wetton Kingdom go to the new trainer. You feel a little bit, you know, difference nowadays in Hong Kong racing is the pace. You know, we need fast pace, not the Europe pace, not the long distance race. Okay, I sit behind and wait. Your horse is like laughing and wounds. It lasts for so many years, but it's different already, Gibson. You think? You change your style a little bit. You got to be a bit blunt about this. You know, at the stage we are with our stable strength at the moment, we must take great care of our horses because winners are important and they might be there next year. You know, I think it would be a very different training style if you were training 70 horses and bringing in, some of the new trainers have brought in over 100 horses in 2 years. So you can be much more aggressive with these horses and they can have a faster, shorter career. But this is the stage we're at with our stable strength and this is how we manage them. Yeah. How about jockey? Back stable, lots of bullets, easier to get the jockeys. You think?
It's simple in Hong Kong. It's simple at any level. The top guys, they are as hungry and competitive as ever. They are getting better and better and better on their form. And when your horse is in form and has a good chance, your phone is buzzing all the time. So it's never a problem to find a good jockey for your horse when he's right.
No complaint, that's
because
right.
Because they have the same objective as you. They want to win.
No complaints.
No complaints at all. When your horse is in form, the big guys want him, and we try and support the small guys too. I thought Maya had a very good year last year, and I feel that I've been a loyal trainer. You mentioned Rattan earlier.
Yeah.
Chad rode him. It's very rare for one jockey to have ridden him throughout his career. So once the jockey has a good bond with the horse, Wellington as well has an excellent bond with Alexis Badel, and this helps the horse, and so we're delighted to oblige.
So I'm doing some focus of your stable. Few horses I think can be a horse to follow. When I went to market last week, they asked me horse
good.
To follow.
Give me some tipsy.
Okay, great. Sunshine Legend. What do you think? he closed before in the 1,000 from behind. I thought that he had put. So after the first time I studied, I tipped this horse in the TV for 2 times.
Yeah.
However, a little bit disappointing.
No, you're right. We were disappointed with him last year. Some of his trials were brilliant, and the longer the season went on, the more he found it tough. But he's had a nice break. He's a much stronger horse, and I would agree with you. I think he'll be a good improvement this year.
Okay. Tenweret, I tipped it in the TV. Happy Valley, 1,200.
Similar horse. We bought him as a yearling. He put in some nice performances. A lot's got to go right for him in the race, but again, he's got a season under his belt now, and I'd also think he's a good improver, good pick.
1 for all.
I don't know where you got these horses from, because
I just study myself. I study myself. No one tell me. I don't know the owner at all.
I want to kick you. Do not tell your friends.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic physical. We bought him as a yearling. He's by no nay never. He's a very, very good-looking horse. He, too, had quite a lot of health issues last year. He's running early in the season, and I'd expect some nice improvement this year.
You know,
and I am a little bit annoyed how maybe you have a spy in my stable.
No, I didn't. Trust me. I just study myself.
I am pulling your leg. But,
okay.
Those are 3 horses that we would
actually,
expect to do pretty well.
Actually, Western Kingdom is one of the choice too, but he already moved.
Yes, I was disappointed to lose him. We had fantastic success for the owner, but the owners, you know, this is what happens sometimes when you know,
no
in Hong Kong.
And, Mr. Quinn come back too.
He's you know, we've had great success together, and I'm sure we will have in the future.
We will expect them. So I mentioned 3 horses. Give me few more that I didn't mention in your stable. 111 and 112 already mentioned in the TV show.
I like going down all the different grades of horses, but we have a nice horse in the stable which was transferred to us this year called Prosecco, and he's going to run quite early in the season, and he's training well, and you know, I'd expect him to improve his form, and we've got a very nice horse in the stable which no one knows about.
Please tell us.
Because he hasn't raced.
Okay.
And it's one of those, you were talking about the new imports. But this horse arrived with a good race record from Australia. It's G311. It's called Dragon Admiral. And the moment he arrived in Hong Kong, big health problems on day 1. Every day was a problem. And to cut a long story short, he's had a good break. He went to Trung Pha, and he's back, and he's training very strong. And he's a little dark horse of mine for this year.
Sure.
But don't tell your friends.
I won't. But there's cable TV only. And so hot. I got a new horses, syndicate horses. Hope that we have space to take my horses in the future.
With pleasure.
But some jockeys said that recently the weather is too hot. It's not really good for young horses. Don't be too pushy. Is it true? Horse
welfare is important. I was actually very frustrated last week that we were trialing at 9:45 in 36, 38 degree temperatures. This is not good for human and, more importantly, equine health. They've moved the trial times. But yeah, at this time of the year, it's unpleasant for the horses. It's not good for the guys, and you know, they enjoy their cold shower at the end of the day. It's tough for them.
Yeah, but you know, last but not least, I always promote evening racings in Hong Kong. In old days they have in the summer times. The racing start about 4 o'clock, and everyone gets better. I know, but a lot of things to involve.
Oh, the horses feel it straight away. The moment, sort of back end of September, you know, the sting comes out of the day, and that's much better for the horses.
Yeah, but it's hard to be pieces every parties. But anyway, I believe after this show, everyone knows you more.
Well, thank you very much for having me. And thank you for inviting me to your very...
Okay, try this one. This is a signature dishes in the restaurant.
So this is the egg and the chicken, right?
Yeah, it and the chickens and something healthy but tasty.
Well, I recommend your owners to come to the restaurant because this is a great place to eat dinner.
But thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Really, thank you so
Everyone
much.
said you would be tough, but actually you were very kind to me.
Yeah, I'm not. Okay, anyway,
I
thank
am
you so
pulling
much
your
for
leg.
wonderful tiger.
Thank you very much.
He's retired. I'm so happy that he stay peaceful forever. Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having
so
me. Thanks,
good team
guys.
on. He's stable. Even my horse
and
retire and take care.
Good luck for the new season. Good luck
Thank
to
you.
Good luck to all the horse owners for all the connections, and I hope you have a fun and exciting new season.
And Hong Kong, everything go back.
Let's
racing
hope
go
Hong Kong
back.
is buzzing and hot, and we look forward to some big days at the Valley and Shotton. Thank you.